This is a Headgum podcast.
Yo, right, we're recording?
Are we live?
Are
Am
we
I coming in clear?
We are
We.
live celebrating here live from Los Angeles, California, home of the WGA West.
Home of the Price is Right.
We are officially back to work, even though I ain't got no job.
We are both unemployed, but we are off strike.
It was so crazy. I was like,
off strike.
this shit was like in strike ends 12:01 a.m. I went to bed early last night. Like, let me get my sleep. And I woke up like, I ain't got shit to do.
Yeah. like a job was gonna start back today. So we are members of the Writers Guild of America, the WGA, and we've been on strike for 148 days.
Yeah.
And as of last night, or this morning rather, at 12:01 a.m. anti-meridian, we are officially off strike writing wise.
Yeah. But not
I
SAG
am also in SAG-AFTRA, so I am still on strike as an actor. Hell no, we won't go.
I'm on strike I'm in SAG too, I think.
You are in SAG.
I haven't paid my dues though.
Oh, you didn't pay your dues?
So I'm on strike.
See, I haven't paid my
from
WGA
SAG.
dues.
Oh yeah, so we're basically in the same situation.
Yeah. Let's just trade. Let's just trade lives.
Hell no, we won't go.
Anti-meridium means before midday,
Mm-hmm.
and post-meridium means
After midday.
Oh, I got a little history for you too. Also,
Okay.
do you know why we say o'clock?
No, why we do that?
So when when automatic clocks first came out and we got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we first had that, people started looking at that and would say it's 12 of the clock.
Right.
It's 1 of the clock. It's half past 1 of the
Of
clock.
the clock.
Of the clock. And then with English and how kind of slang.
Like it's 12 of the clock, mate.
12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You don't shite on a man
And
of the clock, man.
That's one thing that we have kept from those days back then. By saying like, it's 1 o'clock. Or 2
That's one of the
o'clock.
good things we kept from those back then.
Yeah.
Some bad things we kept too.
Yeah.
You don't shite. I've been working on my Irish accent. You don't shite on a man of God now.
Where is that from?
I don't know.
You don't shite on a man of God?
That's from Sons of Anarchy. My real Sons of Anarchy fans out there know what I'm talking about.
You don't shite on a man
All right,
of God.
we got hella spotteds. Our spotted.
I got 2 spotters too.
Them shits are getting backed up.
I got 2 spotters as
Backed
well.
up.
So let's do it. I'll do my 2 and let's do a user spotted.
Okay. All right, you want to do yours first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so plane ride.
Man, you got too many plane ride spotteds.
I know.
You need
People be
I
on
need you on the
planes.
ground. I need more grounded spotteds.
People be on planes, bro. People be traveling.
It's like because everyone has to get on a plane.
Yeah.
No one can skip that, no matter how important you are.
And I've been traveling to New York, so New York is a place where people be at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so first
Especially
spot.
New York to L.A.
New
That's
York
like that's a famous flight.
Yeah,
that's
it's a famous flight. That's where the famous people be. Like,
Yeah.
and you really be humbled because you'll see like famous people or people that you know in first class, and they might even like recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you be like, I'm back here. Like if you're not in first class, because
Oh yeah.
I tried to upgrade to first class on those flights.
Yeah.
Too expensive.
It's so expensive.
Too
It's
expensive.
like even when I'm feeling real reckless, it's just like I can't in good conscience pay this.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like this is like $1,200 just to do this.
I'm flying first class to New Orleans. You flying first class to New Orleans?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me
But
too.
that's because I did it early.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because I got my shit together. But when it's like sometimes I'll be like, let me think about it and I'll upgrade later.
Mhm.
No, it never works because the upgrade is too much.
Yeah,
but-
I ain't gonna lie, it was still pretty expensive, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was like what I would pay if I bought my flight normally,
Mm-hmm.
like last minute.
Yeah. So I tried to upgrade.
Yeah.
I went to the desk, and so here's how I operate in the airport. Right?
Hey, let me set the mood.
me
Turn
set
the
the
lights
mood.
down, Rochelle.
We in the airport. Play some bossa nova, Rochelle. We in the airport, right? I look and see
Zooby,
who's working.
zooby, zooby, zoo.
I see who's working at the desk.
Uh-huh.
Young black queen,
Yeah.
older black queen, like a man.
Okay.
So I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, I be smiling at him.
Oh yeah, you got to come
turn the
in with
charm
the
on.
full whenever because you just know they have a hard job.
Yeah.
So you got to come in with full pleasantries.
And this has worked before. This has worked before.
Oh, it works for me.
That's
I know
why I do
exactly
it.
what you're about to say. I'm like, right what you're saying, I'm like, I do this too.
I walk up, I go, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing, miss? You good today, man? I know it's stressful up here. It's early. What time you had to be here this morning?" And she's kind of like, I'm early, but what do you need? Like, you know, she kind of like, I was like, I didn't mean to bother you, but I was just wondering if there were any upgrades available, perhaps. I'm a big man. I can't be sitting back there and that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And she goes, you should have bought your ticket earlier. And I go, I didn't buy this ticket. They flying me out.
Right.
You know, I don't tell her who it is, but I just say, you know, they flying me. I ain't buying the ticket.
Okay.
I would have done that.
That's interesting information. Yeah.
And she's like, let me look.
Yeah. Because, like, I feel like they they always be typing. So I feel like whatever's in that computer, it's an old ass system too. They might be like, damn, they got to rotate that shit down.
And what always is good is if like some Karen walks up and like, excuse me, when are we boarding? Or something like that. And I'd be like, ma'am, we gonna get there. I'm sorry about her. I don't know this lady.
You be doing that?
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, like, man, like we ever see a Karen, and it's like, and I'll be like, man, it's crazy, huh? Crazy how they react.
I'm sorry you got to deal with that, queen.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm gonna work my magic.
And then she goes, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a Delta 1. Are you on the upgrade list? And I go, I don't know. And she goes, all right, let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
And then I'll get it. This time, it was an older Asian lady. I did my same charm, you know, make sure my breath didn't stink. She looks it up. She goes, it's one seat available. It's going to be $1,300 for a one-way. For a one-way flight. I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. But then I feel bad that I can't, because I was like, I will pay. Yeah. I'm thinking, you know, if she had said something like, it's going to be $445 or something like that. Yeah. I'd be like, all right, drop it. Because I'm writing this off.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell no, we won't go.
1,300 is like, you could travel literally like to 3 different places.
You could go multiple places for 1,300.
Yeah.
So I decided to not pay for that. And I was like, I'm just going to eat this coach seat. And it wasn't bad. It was the flight to New York is only like 4 hours.
Which airline was this?
The first Delta this time.
Yeah,
the first week.
Okay,
the first week.
I don't mind Delta coach.
Yeah, the first week it was JetBlue.
Yeah, JetBlue. I don't know about.
Second week it was Delta. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I don't mind the coach on Delta, but if they got you in that basic economy, you're not gonna have no overhead bin space, and you're gonna have to check your bag. And LAX, I hate checking a bag coming into LAX.
Oh,
it feels like it takes so long.
And I always get lost too. I'm like, well, it's like tunnels and shit. I'm like, where the fuck is the baggage claim?
Yeah.
Where's the baggage claim? Claim me. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's totally reasonable. I will say the New York, like any flight that's over 3 hours, I'm like, I got a first class and I can't do it. I can't unless it's a short flight. I'm like, it's just too much.
But on this flight, waiting to come back to LA, our brother in Christ, hilarious man. Look up to this dude. And this is another one of them situations where like you don't know what to say, you don't know what to talk. Because I've had this experience before. If he just had this experience too, we'll talk about it. But Mike Epps.
What? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh man, I didn't know that's where you were going with.
Yeah, Mike Epps. Mike Epps, he was in first class, and he was in the waiting room. We were in the waiting area, and he was cool as hell. Like, and I wanted to he was talking to the person that he was with most of the time. Yeah, I wanted to lean over and be like, hey man, I just read your book, or hey man, I'm a fan. But how do you don't have no problem with approaching people like that?
I don't. I also don't do it like that. I only do it if it's it's the same thing when I think about with girls, right? Like, I don't have a problem approaching a girl for her number, but I won't do it unless it's in a bar or, like, a place where it's social. Yeah. Like, if I'm, like, at a party, I'm going to go talk to Mike Epps. But if it's, like, on an airplane, I don't really want to talk to him.
I also feel like...
Because he's not going to remember me.
And he's in his element at this moment. We're all sitting to wait to be on the plane. He's talking to his lady. I get up to go throw some trash away. Yeah. I ate airport sushi. I was fine.
What if Mike Epps was like, oh, you eating airport sushi?
I thought he was going to say something.
Look at this big old nigga eating sushi. Your stomach about that nigga shitting all night.
Then I would have been able to talk to him if he had done that. But he was with his lady. His lady looked at me.
Just so he could call it out.
Yeah. The lady he was with looked at me and smiled, and I smiled back at her. Yeah. I'm like, she would be a person that might know Grand Crew. Yeah. But she didn't say nothing. Yeah. And he was just talking, and it felt like he wasn't trying to make eye contact and like that. But I don't want him to be like if he get on.
You should have said, you could have said, Mike, I don't know, you knew Mike O'Malley from Survivors Remorse or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I still think it's weird. Like, you know why I don't like doing it? Because in those situations, because I'm like, you really want to maybe connect with them at some point.
Yeah.
I just feel like when you connect to them in those situations, it just feels like a random.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I don't remember that. Like I was in an airplane with the same situation. It was with Anthony Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting right next to him, and I was like, I should say something, but I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, it's just not. It's not gonna do anything for me.
like
he's not gonna.
I've worked with him before, so I could say something to him.
Yeah.
But like Mike Epps, I've never worked with. But also, even like on a different level, I felt bad as a black dude not acknowledging him, like not giving him his flowers.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like in my head about it because I was like, I want to tell this man what he means to me.
That's interesting.
But also, right now, just don't feel like the time because he's in the airport and it's like I feel like the airport people be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I've been recognizing the airport, but I'm young, so I'm young in the game. Like when it comes to that, so I'll be like, yeah, hell yeah, say something to me.
Right. That's a good question.
And I remember seeing Craig Robinson in the airport, and he was talking too. But I walked up to him and was like, "Hey, I'm actually writing on your show right now."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?" And I'm like, "Cool,
Yeah.
man. You gotta come in there. Adam Scott be coming in." He's like, "I'm gonna be in there. I'm coming." And then that's it.
Yeah, it's like all right. But I think there's like, I do think there's people who I'm like, if I'm like a huge fan, like I definitely am like done. Like I'm like I gotta like I just feel like life is too short. Yeah. Like, you might never see this cat again. Like if I saw Nas. Like, remember, were you with us when I saw Havoc from Mobb Deep?
No.
We were at the bar in LA. It was a long time ago, early LA days. And we were at this bar over in Hollywood. This nigga, he was just randomly in there, like, you know, and it's like, this is like an old school rapper, you know, but he was on a date with some girl, and it was Havoc, you know, one half of Mobb Deep with Prodigy. And I was with, like, a bunch of the, like, you know, like D-Rob and a bunch of them or whatever. And I'm like, I gotta talk to this nigga. Like I like grew up off this cat. So if it's like that, I'm gonna talk. I don't care what it is. But if it's someone that I'm a fan of, and I'm like, man, I might see them again. And I'm like, I'll leave it alone.
If it was Shaq, I would have had to say something.
Yeah, because it's just like you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if this plane crashes?
Don't say that.
I mean, but it would be crazy if the plane crashes and you with you.
It's a protein bar.
Gross.
It's good though.
They be getting stuck in your teeth. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's actually a little weird, but I like it.
You got the Shelly cam on? They seen you eat that?
Shelly
cam. Turn it on. Turn on that Shelly cam.
cam.
So they can see that goddamn protein snack. Promote them. What is that? Lara Bar? Made for women.
It is a True Bar.
True Bar.
The OO cookie dough flavor.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
O'Reilly.
All right, you want to hear some of these artists?
I got one more.
What else you got?
When I was getting off the plane.
Is that airport too?
It was on the plane. So I saw him in the waiting area.
Okay.
When I was getting off the plane, I saw this man. And and here's what's funny about him. So his name is William Fichtner. It's this guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy. I've seen that guy in everything.
He was on the plane now.
Was he in Gossip Girl?
I don't know.
I feel like he's going to be
watching
if he's not.
But I looked up. Here's what's crazy. Because I didn't know his name, right? So I was like, I think that's the guy from Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
And so I looked up Ally McBeal, and I'm like, what's that dude's name that I thought he was? And it's this guy, Greg German.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that's what I thought it was.
Oh, they look they do look similar.
And so when I looked him up, I was like, that's not that guy.
Yeah.
And so I went on to Google actors that look like Greg German, and he popped up.
Really?
Yeah, William Fichtner.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I've seen him in a bunch of shit.
But I thought he was. I was like, oh, it's the dude from. I think he was on Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was this guy, Greg German. But,
did you ever hear that story? The Cameron the story told about Lawrence Fishburne when they saw him in the airport, like all dipset, and it was like they kept because this was remember Lawrence Fishburne used to be Larry Fishburne.
Yeah.
And they kept being like. He's like, you Larry Fishburne. He's like, I go by Lawrence. And he was like, nah, nigga, you Larry. and then he kept getting mad. He was like, yo, I'm Lawrence. and they just like was going. And he said Lawrence was so mad at them. Like he was like about to fight them. Like
his stories are so funny.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Can you tell it's just the same dudes that grew up with just now in different, like in the out of fish out of water in these random ass places.
Yeah.
All right, you want to hear this one, Spotted?
Yes. Let's
okay,
hear it.
So this is a cool one. So Spotted, the same celebrity twice in a 3-week trip to Europe. The first sighting was in the Swiss Alps. Damn, girl, you in the Swiss Alps? I ain't been to the Swiss Alps yet. And a small mountain town. The second was outside Buckingham Palace 2 weeks later. And guess who it was? Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin was in the Swiss Alps?
I keep Brolin. Josh
Brolin.
From motherfucking Thanos For one,
that's who Thanos is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
know him for playing.
He was with his kids.
Young
both
Tommy Lee
times.
Jones in Men in Black 3.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. He did play that. That's so funny. He seems like they seem like they should be the same age for some reason. All right, so then, what are the chances of seeing the same person in 2 different countries? Love you guys.
That is crazy.
And the podcast. That is crazy. Like maybe they're like LinkedIn. They got like their signs are their like moon signs are linked or something. I like that. Okay. That's some good spotteds. I don't have any. I got my spotted. Y'all saw that when I put it on Instagram. I spotted Carl on
Family Feud.
That shit was hilarious. It was like
Time to
I'm
play
running out of
Feud.
steam. I'm running on fumes, Steve. Like your timing was so funny. It was like because it's like you knew we weren't gonna be on there. He was like brisk. Running out of fumes, Steve. It was great. Oh, man. Yo, check that episode out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, check out my episode of Celebrity Family Feud.
It was cool.
I can say it now. We lost.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I know. I only saw the end because it was already over. It was like the last thing, and then that team, they were doing good.
Alfonso Ribeiro fucked it up. But then he was a nice guy, too.
Yeah.
I wanted to make him a spider, but I couldn't say who
you can't talk about it yet.
But I met Alfonso Ribeiro. And
he seemed like a cool cat.
All the Dancing with the Stars people.
Yeah. Who was the other white guy that was in the front?
I forget his name.
I wonder if he's like
nice guy though.
Yeah.
He danced.
He be dancing.
He be dancing. He had
I'm never gonna dance
dancing
again
shoes on. They was all backstage being like,
I
was like they can't like professional dancers like they can't stop dancing. I guess I feel like, you know how some people be like, man, I can't hang out with comedians. They always doing bits.
Yeah, yeah.
Professional dancers was backstage, like, dude would like, is that craft service over there?
Shut up, for real.
Yeah.
Do you mind handing me those keys right there?
Oh, sure. And they always got to do a little movement. Because they also hilarious. They're like, he's like a classically trained.
Yeah.
Like he can do any type of dance, but he's like, what's their names?
That makes sense though, because I feel like we're like musicians and we kind of like sing a lot, like we just in our day to day. So I bet like if I was a dancer, I would I would shimmy everywhere. Like I gotta shimmy my way to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a leak real quick.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. So Emma Slater was there.
Okay.
What's my man name? Where he at? Julianne Hough and Derek Huff is his name.
Oh, that was Derek Huff.
Yeah. So him and
they're married.
No, they're sister and brother.
Oh, okay. But they dance together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because they look similar.
Yeah. So Julianne Hough and Derek Huff and then Emma Slater and then some other people. But
that shit looked so fun. I was so jealous. I was like, these are having a great time up here.
It was a really good time. It was so quick. It went by so fast.
Really?
You wish you could do it again. Like, let's play one more time.
Yeah.
Like, it went by so fast.
That's tight.
But he definitely was like just backstage being like, ooh.
What are you doing over there? I'm dancing with the stars.
I'm dancing with the stars. Ooh, are those true bars at the craft service table?
That's so true. Dancers be dancing because it's like they're moving. They're always on rhythm. Like it's like everything's a little bounce.
Everything is moving. Everything's got a bounce.
I think you know what? I wonder if Elizabeth Hurley's a dancer. That's why she be bouncing like that. She's like, ooh, because she does move on a glide kind of in the scene. This episode got some humdingers. Should we take a break?
Episode.
You want to take a break?
How long we been going?
20 minutes.
Yeah, let's take a break right now. Everybody go take a shit, piss, fart.
In that order.
We'll be right back. Oh, man, y'all. We got another pod to tell y'all about. We told y'all about it before. And now we telling you about it again because they're back and we love this pod.
We love it so much.
And it's good stuff out there and we want to tell y'all. Are you a millennial who misses what life was like in the 2000s? I know I am. Have you had a hard time finding new or curated music? I know I have. Are you interested in multiple perspectives on relationships, dating, and are looking for hosts that offer a non-male bashing perspective, but also hold both sexes accountable? I am with that. I'm down for that.
Man, I'm with that. And also, you know what? If you're with that too, then you're going to love See, the thing is, podcast hosted by Grammy Award-winning R&B artist Bridget Kelly and media personality and podcast trailblazer Mandy B.
Twice a week, Bridget and Mandy have nostalgic conversations in their grown segments, political and pop culture conversations in their honest segments, and relationship hot take conversations in their slightly toxic segment. Ooh. The opinions on the show are real and are brought to you by the genuine connections the ladies have with the guests that they like to call their friends with benefits.
Oh, I like that. Each week you'll leave with some new music recommendations or a curated playlist that you didn't even know you needed in your freshly squeezed music segment. You dig?
Most recently, the ladies have sat down with people like Ari Lennox, Big Frida, Van Lathan, Robert Glasper, D. Ray McKesson, Chloe Bailey, Money Long, Neo. Oh, I know that episode was toxic. You know what I'm saying?
I like a good toxic, like a good little acid reflex.
A little acid. I like a little acid reflux. Follow and subscribe to See the Thing Is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on YouTube. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday, and visuals are available on YouTube Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Here we go.
1 and a 2 and a 3.
You know what to do. And
a 1 foot. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. If you were a dancer, which dancer style would you master?
Classical. I dance jazz. I wear my 1950s Fred Astaire pants. Oh, yeah. And I would do little movements that is like, I know he's a dope ass dancer, but he don't show it. Like, you know, hip hop dancers be like,
yeah.
But these guys be like, I just move a little bit and I move to the right.
Let me show you what it's like to be cool.
Hey,
I think
he had on like a white shirt. Mm-hmm. He had on some slacks that like classic slacks that like came up to his belly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, cause he can wear that because he's fully flat.
You talking about Fred?
Nah, Derek Huff. And he had like and his shoes were like. They were like these, like, you could tell they was like made in like the 50s. You know how Autumn be dressing at the bar? Uh-huh. Like he had on some shit like where he'd be like in his suit bag and he was like a zipper design.
Like he's like a French guy. Like,
yeah.
Like, hey,
you got to move with.
You got to move. You can't just walk over there. You got to jump.
Hey, you, what are you doing? Just standing there. You got to zip it.
All right, tell me about the episode.
I won't. I'll do that for the next hour. No. Riding in town cars with boys. Based on the movie Riding in Cars with Boys.
I like that movie.
That movie good?
That was Drew Barrymore, right?
Yeah, well, she like got pregnant real young, right?
Yeah. And Steve Zahn. That was a great movie. It was like one of the first. I remember seeing that movie with my dad and my mom with. That's like one of the last memories of my parents being together. Yeah. Because they were like watching it, and I was just like, what the hell is this movie?
They were watching it at the house?
Yeah.
They watching Riding Cars. They got a divorce. And that movie did it?
Yeah.
So Rufus Waffles is back in action, baby.
Oh, back man, the waffles was looking good. I got to give it up for the waffles.
Did you know how nobody was eating the waffles? Like, if you looked at Serena, this happens on TV all the time. Yeah. But like when Serena was playing with her, she just like kept like messing with the raspberry that was sitting on top of it. And she just kept like playing, like moving it around.
Because they was doing their little jazz, but they were just like moving the fruit around.
Yeah.
And I was like, them shits look fly. Like, I was like, it just made me want to get into my waffle bag. You think you can make some of them?
I have a waffle iron.
For real? Yeah. Why don't you never make none for me?
You're fucking disgusting. I have hey, my man, I bought you some waffles.
Yeah, bring them like Rufus do it.
Rufus don't bring his homeboys waffles.
Man, I bet after the scene, because we don't know where Rufus goes after. I think he wraps some shit up and goes to like his old bandmates.
Hey, y'all, I bought y'all some waffles. Y'all want some waffles? Like, how we gonna eat this? We ain't got no syrup.
Yeah. You know I ain't got no syrup at the house. You always doing this shit, Ruf.
See, that's why we couldn't stay together as a band. Because you always bringing waffles. No, and I ain't got no syrup.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's why you ended the band. Because prepared. You didn't bring your picks. You don't bring your guitar pick. We supposed to play guitar. It's all bullshit.
Damn, I packed all these waffles, forgot my guitar pick. This is Dave Grohl saying this to him.
Yeah. That's why I started my new band.
Charlie Dickens.
Killers.
I think that's her new nickname for this episode.
Charlie Dickens.
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens, because she about to get it in.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. Cause I knew shit was going down because I was like, the way it was, they were hyping her up in that scene. They were like, girl, this is your big day. You know, it was like, oh, it's going down.
It's going down.
I like it. That raspy voice be getting me. I like that shit.
We got to get her on the show. Yeah. I feel like she'll do it. She on Cameo.
Yeah, she on Cameo?
She on Cameo. We got to get her.
That'd be a cool little birthday gift for
The listeners.
I know. Like, hey, Lamar Carl, it's me. I heard y'all doing a podcast. I can't do your show, but I got a cameo for y'all.
Yeah.
Come do the show.
So Nate's killing it at work. He getting
Yeah.
in. He's spectating on everything.
Yeah, he's speculating and spectating.
Yeah.
It's spectacular, really.
Chuck reading the paper with the headline is like, Royal Wedding is off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they like, well, what's going on? Louis ain't been around. Like,
They not talking. Because remember that last episode, he like kind of did that scheme or some shit.
The scheme
like that.
didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blair don't want to leave the apartment. She at the house and she like her ring don't fit and Dorota's like, man, my finger's swollen, dude.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, I know. Like nobody cares about you.
Dorota just be trying to relate.
Yeah.
She ain't got nothing but love for that girl.
It's so funny because it's like she's trying to make her feel better, but it's like her problems don't add up.
Yeah.
She's like, you're not in love with a prince right now, like I am.
Yeah.
Nobody care about your life. But
but we didn't talk about. So at the breakfast, Serena and Dan was getting into it. And
they
like,
can say beefing because of the movie rights thing. They
just beefing over everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you wrote this book about us and oh, you did this. You almost got my book turned to a movie. You ruined that.
And you always dating trash ass dudes because she was like, you dated Max. Like they were like, Max is trash, and he was like, that no wonder Serena dated him because she dates trash ass dudes. She ain't got no good taste in men. But that stung. That landed on her.
Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah, that's what they was really fighting over. She was mad that he said that to her.
Yeah.
She knows that shit is true because that's what this whole episode turned into. Like,
yeah.
you're a good guy. Yeah. Dan, you're one of the good ones that I dated. Rufus is watching. What you doing on the computer? Looking at when I was dating Dan. He's one of the good ones. Like, that shit kept happening the whole episode. But
even though Rufus kind of like had a little slip up today where he kind of was like,
he's like, oh yeah,
Dan
want to be with Blair. Dan want to be with Blair. He don't want to be with your bitch ass.
Well, Rufus, you know better than that.
Yeah, he was wilding. He was in his bag with his apple.
Yeah.
When Rufus get that apple in his hand, he telling the truth.
He's like, that's Brad Pitt. That's a Brad Pitt move where they be having an apple to start telling shit.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
So Serena and Dan trying to patch things up from the breakfast fight. And they kind of talking about change. And then that's when Rufus comes in and says that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
because he's like, Dan's like, why don't you look at Gossip Girl? Just, they chronologize your whole life. And see what your own patterns are.
Mm-hmm.
Check your own shit. See what kind of attachment style you are.
Yeah.
I'm an anxious attachment. Just found that out today. Anxious attachment. Check it out. Check out your attachment styles and let us know what they are.
Yeah, that's the next prompt for this episode is to tell us what your attachment styles is.
Yeah.
I don't know mine because I don't get attached to nothing. I ain't no fucking JPEG.
Yeah, it's like I tend to avoid all attachments.
I avoid all attachments. don't attach to me. I ain't no fucking barnacle. So Trip pulls up to the office.
I'm sick of Trip. Don't he look like homie from That 70s Show?
Topher Grace?
Yeah. He always looks like him to me. But
Trip too.
Yeah, Trip is kind of like on some. He tripping really, but I guess he's kind of like he basically spilling the beans that like I kind of knew this. You knew this too, right? That Granddad set this whole shit up.
Yeah, Pawpaw set this whole shit up.
Yeah.
Like but Trip is also on some like when Nate was like, I'm actually going down to Vermont with with Pawpaw.
They go hang in the Alps or with the Swiss Alps.
Swiss Alps, with the Swiss Vermont Alps, and he was like, oh, for real? Oh damn! Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you doing that, huh?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, why? You care? And nah, I don't even care. I turned it down. I turned it down. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go.
Yeah,
y'all have fun.
He lying like
that shit weak anyway. They be having some weak ass food.
Yeah. That fucking barbecue don't be hitting.
Yeah.
It's like
he wanted to go. He wanted
to go. The steamed rice don't be like steamed.
You gonna have to tell me about this though, because I was losing it. Like it was such a whirlwine today.
So let me tell you, I was locked in. I love this episode. I loved, but basically he was like, whatever they going, whatever Swiss House, whatever the hell it is. Seems like it's like for whatever reason they only invite only one of them can be going.
Yeah. And
he was like, okay, I'm gonna tell. He seemed pretty jealous, so he was like, just so you know, Granddad was like played you too. So it's a good thing you guys are going, because you think I told you before you go hang out with him all weekend. So now he's feeling like. Nate's like, what the fuck? And then he finds out also that he bought the whole thing.
Yeah, the Granddad was the reason that he got the job with the Spectator.
Yeah.
He told Diana to hire him and all that.
Yeah. With the whole thing was he wanted to do this on his own without his help, which is I get that, but also like whatever, nigga, just take the help.
But I wonder, can we tie this back to when Diana was like, if he finds out about me, he finds out about you too.
I don't know, man.
This can't be.
I don't want to spoil yet because I talk about the end yet, but I am lost like a motherfucker. Like I definitely walked out of this episode like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm not really sure.
This
yet.
episode 10. Rochelle, can you tell us how many episodes there are this season?
You think that's what she meant? That he'll
find out about the spectator? That's such low stakes.
Nah, yeah, it's got to be something else.
It's got to be something else.
24 episodes.
24 in this season? God damn.
Yeah, so we're not even close.
We're not even close. So
never gonna end.
all the shit that we found out this episode, all the shit that they teased this episode, don't mean shit because we're not gonna find it out for another 5 episodes. After this episode was done, I was so tempted to watch the next one. I didn't do it though.
I really was because I was like, what the fuck is Diana? Because then, we gotta talk about that because there's some humdingers in this one.
So the paparazzi's like in Blair's house.
They going ham, yeah.
Homeboy delivered something to her, and she was like, "I'm gonna sign it with my pen."
Yeah.
He went cha-cha.
So I like that she was like, I'm gonna use my own pen. I'm gonna have my own pens like that. I don't want to sign up. Don't give me your pen.
Do you buy like? Have you ever bought an expensive pen?
I've done only as a gift. Like I bought for like my uncle like a gift like that.
You bought an expensive pen for him.
Yeah.
See, my office ain't like.
And my sister I did once too.
My office ain't clean enough for an expensive pen.
Like that's like buying a not fancy car when you live in a broke house. You gotta get your office right first.
Yeah.
Then you get the nice pen.
You gotta get your office right.
I lose pens too easily though.
I need to get like a desk like that one for my computers. My desk don't fit all my computers on it. I need to get like a desk like that where I can fit all my computers and I can get fancy pens. How many computers
you got?
19.
You just have the Batman thing where he's like, I can see everything that's going on in Gotham
and
City.
I stand with my arms behind my back and go, interesting. Have been watching Peter's videos of him playing Iranian Batman?
No way, I didn't see that one. I see them do like couple ones or couples.
It's me, Batman, the Joker. I believe he has a bladder infection.
Oh my god,
like, this shit is so funny. Though.
That cat is a fool.
But where we at here? Okay, so Dan. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she paparazzi in Blair's house. She's like, I know where I can go. She go to Dan's house.
Yeah.
But Dan is having conflicting feelings about her because he's like,
because there was a scene before where Rufus told Dan to go, hey, tell her how you feel.
Tell her how you feel.
You know what I mean? Like, which is like,
I put in my notes and said it's the worst advice Rufus has given in this whole show.
I couldn't believe he. It's interesting. What do you think? Like, what do you think, Rochelle? Too, like, if you love somebody that was about to get married, also y'all can tell us. Have y'all ever, whatever, I forgot what our other prompt was. This is our second prompt. If you ever was in love with somebody that was about to get married, would you tell them how you feel? Yeah. Or would you let them go get married? What do you think?
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
If y'all got stories like that, if you ever, or just tell us how you felt if your ex, if somebody that you really cared about got married. Like, not a relationship, because we all see our exes get into new relationships. But if one of your exes is getting
like
married,
someone you always thought like you might end up working out.
Yeah, it might work out to you. Have you ever had that, Rochelle?
Yeah.
Also, what attachment style are you?
How did it make you feel when they got married?
Well, they got married 9 months after we stopped seeing each other.
Shit.
So
damn, that was fast.
Yeah.
You think they would? Do you think are they still together now?
I think so.
How long they stay together? How long were you with this person?
It was kind of like a on and off thing for like a year.
Oh, so
yeah, so it wasn't like a long-term relationship, but it was like
y'all were seeing each other.
Yeah, we were
but
seeing each other.
Do you regret not telling that person? Like, if they were listening right now, what would you say to them? This is something like they would do on The View. Turn to the camera right now. But like, I don't know. Like, I see what Rufus is saying. Like, you don't want to live your life in regret, but it does feel weirdly selfish.
Yeah, you got.
Like, it feels like people who do that is like they think the world revolves around them.
But hang on, because that's gonna scare people away from telling us.
Tell I'm not gonna judge you. I want to know if you feel that way, because I know this girl who got married. I wish I stopped it. I wish I like ran in the wedding and was like, stop this wedding, stop everything. But I was scared and I let her go.
You know, I recently saw a Venmo transaction between an ex of mine and another one of my friends who I knew from back when me and her were seeing. You know this person. She used to be your employee.
Yeah.
And the like emoji on the Venmo transaction was a bride.
Oh shit!
And I went like,
Oh no.
But I wouldn't.
That'd be crazy if you did it in the Venmo. Can you even talk on Venmo like that? Like if you just like interjected, like you sent like.
I could leave a comment.
Yeah, you could comment on
You
it.
can comment on Venmo. I was like, what is this about?
Yeah. You getting married?
Who getting married? Which one of y'all getting married?
Yeah, because
Is it you?
I'm not letting it happen.
I would be okay with it, but I did. Like I was like, I got blocked. I get tired of seeing her name pop up on my Venmo.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was seeing her name pop up like during rent time, sending it to the guy that I guess she lives with.
Oh yeah,
Like,
so it's definitely that's like a full relationship, financial thing happening. Yeah. That's hilarious. Like that's funny if you could track someone's relationship based on how much money they're sending each other.
Yeah.
On Venmo. It's like, wait, that's a lot of money. They must be getting closer. But here's the thing. So forget what I said about. I'm not going to judge you. I really think if you're willing to do that, it's not selfish. I also think it's very romantic, and it's something that you should always follow your heart. Would you do it?
No, hell no. But just tell us.
Like if somebody you really like, if you knew that, I would do it if the person was marrying a guy that I thought like they shouldn't be with. Like
if my ex was marrying Steve Bannon, I'd be like, don't marry him.
Yeah. Like you'd have to stop the wedding.
But I don't know if I'd stop the wedding. But like
You
stopping
gotta
the wedding feels crazy to me. It feels insane.
It's so funny because it happens in movies and TVs all the time. But it's like if you did that in real life, that would be so disruptive.
You would get your ass beat.
Yeah,
like the groomsmen.
Like
they would beat the shit out of you.
That would be crazy.
But remember that episode on Different World?
I vaguely, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the one with he came in and then
when Whitley was getting married.
Yeah,
to the politician.
Yeah, and he was like, what's his name was like, I don't
Dwayne
let this
Wayne.
happen. Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah,
And he was like going through, and people were trying to grab me. He was like, "Snatch it, get off me!"
Yeah.
He's walking through and marching through.
It's crazy.
Orlando Jones was in that scene because he was a writer on the show at the time.
Really, he's a writer at first.
Yeah,
Interesting.
You don't say.
Anyway, so I think I want to know if anyone's ever done it. Number one, which is not likely. It does seem like a huge deal to break someone's wedding up.
Yeah.
But I also want to know if you are in love with somebody. This is what I want to know. Here's the question, just so it's clear for the royalty. If you are ever been in love with somebody who is getting married or is already married and you regret not telling them how you feel. That's the question. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Both of us know.
And let us know, have you ever hit somebody up? Not break their wedding up or whatever. And also let us know if you're gonna watch The Golden Bachelor. I think I might want to check this out.
I'm gonna watch this. Oh, were you with me when I was talking to Kevin Porter about that? I was like, we're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch this shit because it's like, it's tight. Like it just feels like more normal or something.
I want to see these old ass people in the suites, in the honeymoon suites.
Like they gonna be, they gonna fuck right away too, because they gonna be like, what the fuck I'm waiting for?
They gonna be walking in with some Pam spray.
What? So where they get it slick. So do you think? Why do you? I want to know. Is there a way to look this up, Rochelle? Is the Golden Bachelor? Why is he single? Like, is he a widow or is he just like? He's just a nigga that he just be like, he just be in these streets.
Never married.
I never been married.
Never been married.
Okay, what happened after that?
Okay, so after that.
Sorry. He is a widow.
He's a widow.
Okay, that makes sense.
He was married for 43 years.
Damn.
Dang.
Now
Okay.
it's time for him to find love again. There's probably gonna be a lot of widows on there. I wonder if there's gonna be any black widows on there.
Yeah. So the song they use on the trailer is like, do you believe in life after love? So on the nose.
He was the other day. I saw a thing. He was like, "Oh, this is what the kids slang. Riz. I think it's like you're doing well." He said some shit.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this.
I'm gonna watch the Golden Bachelor.
Let's do that next after this show. It's over.
We're gonna watch the old season of Golden Bachelor. All right. So Dan is helping Blair choose between Chuck and Louis.
Meanwhile, he's still trying to. This scene was cracking me up because he was like trying to tell her how he felt. He's like, it wouldn't bother me, and she'd be like, right. I should call Chuck.
It wouldn't bother you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face.
It was great.
So Max called threatening Charlie Dickens like, I want my money.
Yeah, like he's like,
give me my money.
She's like, I gave you $5,000.
That ain't enough.
Yeah.
You know how expensive Portland is.
He's like, that's not enough to ride Delta One.
Yeah, I can't ride Delta One with that. They got
Now
the late.
he's
They got the
getting in this
flatbed.
episode.
Yeah,
You still like him?
You know
He
what?
was getting a little.
He was getting a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I can imagine because he's like, this shit would be fucking me up.
Literally,
too. Like,
it's literally
you're lying.
the perfect gaslighting. Like it's like, oh, this is like a dude on Real World who goes crazy when it's like you think everyone's like out against you.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I really think what I like about this show is like every outsider who's good, every time they encounter them, they turn crazy. It happened like Vanessa, fucking Miss Carr, like Max. It's like this whole town is toxic. Like you got to stay away. You turn into a crazy
and they be saying that. Like they all be like, man, these people make you go nuts.
Yeah.
These people will get shit. So, but Max went a little nuts this episode. He's still my favorite character on the show though, because I want him to win. I want to see him win. But see, this is anticlimactic. So, but at least for what we know now. But we finna see. Like, she ain't scared. She not scared. She like, man, I got my shit. Like, you can't do anything with me. This is my family.
Talk your shit.
And then he sees the spectator. He's like, I could tell the spectator.
Yeah. Get Nate to because he's a man of honor. He's a man of integrity.
So Serena reading the old Gossip Girl, and then they catch Blair who at Dan house. We see that.
Yeah, that's when Rufus says you should go. No, that's when Rufus tells her Serena, "Oh yeah, Dan's over trying to get."
When she goes, "Huh, that's funny. Dan's on Gossip Girl. Like Blair's at Dan's. The paparazzi just caught her at Dan's." And he goes, "He's getting what he wanted."
Oh, that's what he said. Yeah. Like he didn't say it fully, but it was like Serena's like, "Man, I know what that means. You dummy."
He's getting what he wanted. So that shit is funny as hell. So
like he just thinks that she's there, like it's already happening, like they in there smashing or something. Like he's not realizing that she's just hiding.
Yeah. So Serena, Blair calls Chuck and wants him to make the decision on like, you want to be with me? Like would you love another man's child? Like blah blah. And he's like, I can't make that decision.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone with this shit.
This is what we were talking about earlier. Like it's like, come on, man, make your own choice.
Make your own choice.
Why you putting it on me? And then like, then be mad at Chuck trying to do the right thing, but it's like, look, this is your own decision. You gotta make the decision.
You got to do it yourself. You can't. I can't make this decision for you.
Yeah,
and that's that. Yeah, that entitlement shit is crazy.
Yeah,
so
that was smart on Chuck's part.
Pawpaw tells Nate the truth about the whole thing. Like Trip's going insane. He's tripping. Trip is tripping.
He is not the leader of this family anymore.
Yeah, you are, Nate.
You are.
I like what you got going
can
on.
Prevent forest fires.
And he leaves. He goes, I hope to see you in Vermont this weekend. And he goes, I don't know if I can make it. And like,
he was mad. He's like, I get it. Like it seemed like every year Pop fucking manipulates his ass.
Yeah.
He's like, man, that would be a terrible family to be in. Like they niggas don't have no control of their life or whatever.
I am not a crook. This dude. So and then Max shows up. And Nate's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Charlie
he was in the waiting room kicking it. You see him in the back? He was like, y'all finished yet?
That's your pawpaw right there? Man,
that's grandfather.
I love my pawpaw.
So that's your grandfather, huh?
Yeah.
It's a nice office guy here. I'm Max.
I know who you are. What you doing here, man? Get out, man.
Yeah.
And then he goes and tells Charlie, that man came up here looking for you.
Nate is such an idiot. He's like, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna tell Charlie about it.
So this was crazy to me. Mm-hmm. Like Serena calls Dan and is like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's nuts.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of believed her when she was like, I'm just looking out for Blair.
No, I do, yeah.
There's a little, but she's looking out for Blair, but there's also a little bit of like, also, I don't want you getting with Blair. Like, that's my,
you caught that. I at the time, I was just thinking about Blair, like, because I was like, oh, yeah, she's looking, because like what he is doing is going to, like, it's just not going to work. Like, Blair is not even thinking about him. It's a bad idea, regardless.
Yeah.
But it was right after she was realizing, like, hold up.
Yeah. He's in love with Blair.
He's the guy that I'm supposed to be with.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be with Blair.
At least I'm supposed to be leading on constantly.
Yeah,
like, he's the guy that I'm supposed to be
giving him to run around and ruining his life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny, like, she's like, goes through that thing and realizes, like, you know, that was a good guy. Like, well, yeah, you fucking treated him like shit.
Yeah.
So sick of her.
But as soon as he's like, man, I'm finna do what I'm finna do. Serena, you get off my nuts. I'm finna do what I'm finna do. And she was like, all right then. And then the doorbell ring. Ding. Yeah. Elevator. And it's Louie. She goes, well, I'm finna do what I'm finna do.
Yeah.
And at first I thought she was finna smash Louie.
Oh, like, really? You thought that? I was like, because she says I'm gonna give Louie a happy ending or something like that. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Because I'm into it. I'm into it now. But like
Louie and Serena would be a good turn.
She deserves
it. But
that.
like, the problem is Louie is just so lame. I just want him out of the show so bad, It
ain't happening no time soon. It might happen now. But
also, did you notice the way that pizza was wrapped up? The fuck
in a
was
bag?
That? Yeah. I was like, where did he get this pizza from?
Yeah.
It was like artisan pizza or something, but
it had to be.
Because it looked like it was wrapped up in tissue paper.
Or maybe if you're in New York, tell us if sometimes pizza come in a bag.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
I think it was in a box in a bag.
Like the box was inside the
box was
bag.
inside a big-ass
It
bag.
looked like the pizza. The way he was holding it looked like it was pure pizza
because
flesh.
it would have fell over.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about that.
where we at? This is what breaks the show up. Nah, man, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, there was no box in that pizza. Because the next scene was like, it was just pizza everywhere. It was nasty. It looked nasty, too.
So
I just think it was funny how Dan thought, like, I'm going to get her some pizza, and I'm going to tell her I love her.
she hungry. She hungry right now, so I'm going to get her some pizza. I'm going to tell her I love her. Charlie comes up to the spectator, and she's like, I don't mean to be bothering you. And he's like, nah, it's all good. Also, your boy came by looking for you. And she's like, nah, he don't mean nothing to me. Like, what that mean to me?
Trash, yeah. What your man got to do? And also, Charlie's like, she's just really crazy out there. She's like, what did she say to him, to Nate? Oh, yeah, she said, you killing it, Nate. Like, she was like, you don't got to worry about Pop, because you the man.
I feel like he's feeling her a little bit. You thought I was feeling
I like that. I like that dynamic. I mean, I think ever since that kiss, he was like,
damn. Oh, yeah, I forgot they kissed. Yeah, so that's why he is feeling her.
He's like, your ex
came.
I forgot why they don't never. I think because Diana was like, stay away from my man.
Yeah. So Chuck ain't coming to the party.
Yeah.
And Lily's like, Blair ain't gonna be there. And he's like, I don't give a shit what Blair gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm not thinking about Blair.
Lily, yeah. He's like, you think I'm thinking about Blair?
Yeah,
Nah, man, I'm chilling. Like, I'm at home tonight.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to drink my whiskey and kick it. But this was a
got
good
my
scene.
money.
This was my favorite scene of the episode because
got
this was such a good writer because he was like, I think he was serious like when he said, you know, I don't want to, you know, you're having a baby with this dude. I mean, that'd be your first thought. Mm-hmm. But then Lily's like, you know, I love you, right? Like, I know you're not my son, but I'm like, he just thinks, you know, Blake Griffith, fucking Chuck was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no love in this world that's unconditional. And he's like, you never had kids, so you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
And he was like, damn, I could raise her kid.
That's what he thought immediately. I didn't even catch that part.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
It was good writing because it only could have came from Lily. Like the only character who could have done that.
Do you think she really does love? This might be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Because, so don't tell me if it's a spoiler, but there's something about Mary. No, there's something about Lily. People have like told me, like, I was talking to somebody recently about our show, and they were like, Lily is always into something. And I was like, don't spoil nothing for me.
Okay.
But when she said that, that's what I told her when I was talking to her. I was like, don't spoil nothing. Don't spoil nothing. Please don't spoil nothing. I'm in real time. She goes, no, I ain't spoiling nothing. But Lily she's an orchestrator, and she's this and she's that. She kept telling me like, and so I'm like,
really? Nah,
really?
Like I think
we really love him.
We're deep in the season by now. Like, I think they probably thinking of old Lily.
Yeah,
the shit we've already seen.
Yeah,
but like, I think in that moment she definitely meant. I mean, I think like literally. I mean, as a person who has step parents, I'm like, I believe her completely because I'm like, that shit is like, it is like anyone who like takes care of someone else's kid is like, that is like a huge deal. Mm-hmm. And I think they really do like love them.
Yeah.
But so I think she does, but I also think in that moment I don't even think she was even thinking like go after her. I think she was just like talking. And then Chuck is the one that was like, you know what? I'm gonna raise Louie's baby. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Louie would be like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
like,
you ain't going.
You ain't raising my baby. Like,
that baby is royalty. That baby coming back with me.
Yeah.
But so Louie pouring his heart out to Serena. She about to send him to the loft.
Yeah.
So he can go beat Dan's ass.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she was plotting. So she wasn't gonna smash him, but she was just like, go over there and Dan about to confess his love. So go over there and beat his ass.
Like Serena's a fucking trash for that one.
Meanwhile, Blair and Dan embrace, and she like pushes him off, and Dan knows it now. He's like, man, something ain't right.
Because she's so upset. Like he's like, when he goes, I know how to make you happy. I thought he was finna tell her in that moment. Like he was like, you know what? Because she was like, I don't know what to do. Chuck don't want me. Louie don't want me. Or I guess I got to go to Louie. And then he was like, I know how to make you happy. Yeah. And I was like, what are you about to do?
Yeah.
But then it went to commercial.
Yeah.
or something. It went to HBO Mass commercial.
So Pawpaw checks the shit out of Trip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
Trip
is tripping.
You tripping, Trip.
Yeah.
I swear to you, you get the fuck up out of here. Like, and Trip is like, don't know. And Max walk up on him like, yo. And he's like, I'm sorry, who are you? Somebody who tried to get screwed over.
That was hilarious. He goes, who are you, my man? Yeah. But so they up to something. I don't know what that's gonna look like, but that kind of scares me.
They getting it in.
Trip, you gotta think Trip is really, really like on the downcline. He's about to lose his wife. He's gonna lose his campaign. It's like almost like his stakes are higher than Nate's, but we don't know what's going on in his life, so we don't care. But I'm like, his shit is really fucked up because he's like, he was about to run for governor or some shit. He's like nobody. He's just like, nobody wants you, Trip.
Yeah.
You lost the people, Trip.
They gonna help each other do some shit. So Louis and Chuck pull up to the loft, but Dan and Blair is gone. Yeah. So they're not like, where the hell they go? Like,
yeah.
Which is, they could go somewhere. Like that part to me, the stakes
that was fine. Yeah.
But when Louis was there banging on the door, bah, 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 and then Chuck rolled up.
Oh yeah, he got that little key.
Yeah.
The key
And he was like, oh shit, what you doing here? Same thing you're doing here. Let's get him.
Yeah.
And then
I really think you're right about the limp thing. Remember we were talking about why he walks like that? Mm-hmm. I think he walks like that from the gunshot. Yeah. Because now I notice it all the time where he's like kind of walking like this.
If he's still doing that shit from the gunshot, that's a good ass actor.
Yeah.
So at the party, after the party,
at the parking lot,
let's take a little time and talk about it. Nate pulls up for a second.
Yeah.
Because he sees Max outside.
He's
like, man, what are you doing here, man? Get your ass out of here, man.
You up a little bit,
yeah. That's really what the conversation was about. The conversation was definitely like, I'm gonna have to test your chin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to test your chin, bro.
Like, you keep coming around here because he was getting mad. Because also like it's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Like, if I get Nate because he's like, I don't know this cat. Like, of course I'm gonna listen to like Ivy or Charlie Bucket, Charlie Baltimore, whatever the hell her name is.
Charles Dickens.
Like, I'm trying to tell y'all the truth. She's a fraud.
She's a fraud.
A fraud and a failure. You're a fraud and a
Charlie
failure.
Dickens is a fraud and a failure. So Nate pulls up for a second. Okay, so he say don't come up there, and then you notice that Max look at the mirror at the limo. He's like, all right, I see your limo right there. Okay, so keep this in mind because he look at the limo right there. He get a shot of the limo. So Dan.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Dan is leading Blair somewhere to some secret room.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he finna propose or some crazy shit. Because it was like moonlighting and all types of shit.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm about to witness a seance? Like, I'm about to witness a sacrifice? And
you
then he walks out.
He's so clueless to how he feels about her.
Yeah. Now, while they in there, Nate is looking for...
Charlie Buckets.
Nate is looking for Charlie to tell her. Charlie's standing there. And then there is... Serena walks up like, have you seen Blair?
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, they just walked into the room.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, shit. Like, and then Dan comes out and he closes the door.
Yeah.
Dan always showing up to these parties without the party clothes on.
I know. He's always like, look out of place.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it looks like he just like, because Chuck, he
brings Chuck into the room.
in there, and then that's when Serena's like,
oh,
damn,
wow.
He is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I'll still take advantage of him, though.
Yeah, wait. Oh, shit. Louis. I wonder why Louis wasn't there. But, so, Charlie tries to sabotage
Yeah, where the fuck was Louis? How did they lose him?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they didn't show that, because Chuck must have called, Dan must have called Chuck separately or something.
Yeah.
And lost them, but.
So Nate tells Charlie, like, man, if the paparazzi find out, because if the paparazzi find out that.
Yeah, Chuck and Blair are here, they going to go crazy. They might shut the whole party down.
Max, because she's worried that Max is going to come up in there and blast them.
With all those reporters.
With all the reporters and shit, yeah. And because people going to start digging.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I got to stop this. So Nate says, man, if the paparazzi come up here, they're going to run the party.
Yeah.
And she's like, she immediately sends that shit to Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
But only like 2 paparazzi come.
Yeah.
And they get him out.
Yeah, like, get out of here.
They get him out. Oh, the paparazzi want to see Charlie hit the stage.
Yeah.
So they sneak him out the back. They Nate sneaks Charlie in. And I mean, Nate sneaks Chuck and Blair.
Was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then Nate's like, I got a car downstairs. Both we do. So I'll take mine, you take yours, because they both leaving out of town.
Yeah, they both leaving. Nate finna go see Paw Paw.
Nate takes their car.
Yeah, Nate accidentally takes their car, and they get into Nate's car. They drive off. What do we see on the ground? Brake fluid.
Yeah. Is that what that was?
Yes.
You knew it was brake fluid?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I knew it was something bad, but I didn't know that's the color of brake fluid.
Yeah, so that's brake fluid. They put the brake fluid on the ground. Somebody cut the brake line.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, they did like this. I guess this is Max. So I guess when he teamed up with Trip.
Yeah, I don't know what
The goal was Trip was trying to kill Nate.
Man, that's what you think?
Yeah.
Do we know that, or is that just us assuming that?
Why would Max cut Nate's brake line?
I don't understand that. Yeah,
Max
it's got to be Trip. Then.
Nate's not in the way of Max getting to Charlie. Really, like he won't publish the story, but he can go somewhere else.
Max's beef is not with Nate.
No,
his beef is with Charlie. But Trip's beef. So whatever doing it's like it's to get Nate.
Trip
Yeah.
is trying to kill Nate because he want to be back in Grandpa's good graces.
That's how real this shit is. That's like some Succession type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Because you talking about real money. That's why I was like, the stakes for Trip are high. Like, he's really hitting rock bottom.
Yeah, these is millions.
He's tripping.
These is millions. So, Serena goes to see Dan at the bar. And she's like, you're one of the good ones.
He's like, yeah, I guess, whatever.
What was weird to me is that she then looked at a random black dude and goes, you're also one of the good ones. No, I'm just playing.
It's like, it's weird because it's like O.J. Simpson was right there.
But she, so he tells her, he's like, I saw her when she got off the phone with Chuck, her heart was broken. Yeah. And I didn't want to mess that up. Yeah. She loves him. She loves that. It was
the right thing to do.
I was trying to do my own shit, but she really
don't let
him.
that deter y'all from telling us what
do
y'all
not. Please tell us your story.
In this show, it was the right thing to do, but sometimes you got to follow your heart.
We need it.
Maybe Blair's not supposed to be with Chuck. Hey, check this out. Now that we're having this debate, if Dan would have told Blair how she felt, well, what happened at the end would have never happened. Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And we're probably going to talk about that in a future episode too, I bet you. So Max says, he calls Charlie and he's like, I'm going back to Portland. So I got the money that I needed.
Yeah, so whatever he did,
Trip,
so maybe
Trip paid him
to cut the brake line. To keep the distance.
Yeah.
Damn, Max.
Yeah.
My man.
He tripped out on that one. Yeah. But I bet you he didn't think that he was, because he looked at the limo. That's why he was at the party.
Because otherwise I don't know what they did together.
He was fine cutting that brake line.
Yeah.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah.
That's some wild shit right there. He was fine. So, I mean, technically he can't be my favorite character on the show.
That's anymore. A little rough.
I just hated Charlie so much.
You're not going to pay me to get someone killed.
Yeah, I don't care how much money
I'm a chef, baby.
How much money we talking? And who's the person?
Like, if you were like, you need to get back to Portland, I'll give you $20,000 if you cut.
$20,000 to kill somebody? No.
If you cut my homie's brake line.
I'm blowing through $20,000 in a week.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna kill somebody, they got to be a super evil person.
Yeah.
And you got to pay me at least like $20 million.
Yeah, would you? Yeah.
You got to pay me generational wealth for me to do it, and I'll cut a brake line.
Yeah, okay.
All right, yeah, and the person doing it has got to be like.
They got to be real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, Max made that decision a little too quick.
He's like, yeah, I'll do that. I wonder how much money it was.
Yeah.
So.
We don't know though. I got to say we don't know this. That's what happened. I think we're assuming this a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure we don't have the evidence that happened.
We don't have the evidence, but he did work with Tripp. He met up with Tripp.
They did something, but we don't know who killed. Like, because remember,
cut the brake line.
We don't know exactly who cut the brake line. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to say. Okay. I mean, I know. I know who did it.
Don't tell me. So the Paps start chasing Blair and Chuck. They in the car like
the Paps blue ribbon.
Yeah,
the Paps blue ribbon.
We gonna get in it. We gonna do everything.
This shit was crazy. This was like some Kim Kardashian shit.
Yeah,
they were like, it was like a high speed chase.
Yeah,
I was like, let's go. I was on the edge of my seat. Yeah,
they was on the fucking motorcycles. Like, yeah.
She's like, what we gonna do? Like, she's like, we can go to Switzerland. We can do school. We can go to Swiss Alps.
Nate in the back of the car.
Yeah,
in the back car. And he's like, we're going to Upper East Side. I'm headed to the Westchester Airport. He goes, I thought I was supposed to be taking you to the Upper West Side. No. And he's like, all right, that's all right. Wrong car. Yeah, he's like, let me just get out of the park and we can go away. I guess they was in Central Park.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you drive through Central Park?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, remember on Die Hard, they were like, we got to cut through the park. He was like, you can't cut through the park right now. And I said, and then Bruce Willis like, I said cut through the park. And then he started driving on the grass.
Oh, okay.
But that doesn't mean there was a way to cut through the park. Yeah. That was not, I don't know if that made it more clear.
So Nate was looking at the car. He's like, well, they're going too fast. Boom. They get into an accident. That's a humdinger.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, oh, man. I know I've seen this before, but I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm like freaking out.
Yeah.
Because my homegirl's pregnant.
Now.
I was thinking about this.
Here we go.
Because remember you kept saying,
there's no way she has
no way to have a baby. I was like, how they gonna do this?
Yeah.
And I was like, pretty good. Pretty good, Stephanie Savage.
At the hospital, they're like, Gossip Girl did this. We got to take Gossip Girl down. And they was like, we use the Spectator. We taking her down. We getting her out of here. And then Charlie is over there crying. She nervous. She's like, damn.
She's like, it's my fault.
And Charlie is about to tell her secret to Rufus.
Yeah. This was
crazy.
When
Lily comes out.
Oh yeah, with the news.
Lily is crying, and she says, "Good news is, Blair is awake."
Yeah.
But what about Chuck? She don't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then they zoom out. They get a group shot. Something's happened to Chuck. Now,
yeah,
I personally do not believe that Chuck is dead, of course, because I know how television works.
Also, they did this already when they shot him.
Yeah,
and they kind of left us hanging. So I'm like, they're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that again. Chuck is probably in a coma or something like that.
It's definitely something serious.
Yeah,
though.
something
she
serious.
Looked real sad.
But I think the serious thing is, I think the baby died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I think. Actually, I can't talk about this.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think I personally think the baby died.
Yeah.
This is how they get rid of the baby on the show, because they wasn't gonna have an abortion. So
right.
This is how they get rid of the baby. And Chuck is also probably fucked up. But
this scene after though, now I didn't know what the fuck.
Charlie
sees
all
Charlie,
this shit.
yeah. Okay.
She calls Carol.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't do this anymore. This time I'm out and I ain't never coming back.
Yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This can't be the end of the Charlie story. That would be insane if it is. And I want her gone. I can't stand Charlie.
I don't know where the hell she thinks she's gonna go. Well, one is like, where's she gonna go? She remember, and also
Florida?
remember the beginning. She threw her ID away.
She cut the ID up and threw it away.
That is crazy.
She can get a new one of those. But she cut the ID up and threw it away in the beginning of the thing.
And then, so I don't know what's gonna happen with her either.
So we cut to
this the scene that fucked me up.
Limo, and we see some legs.
I was like,
slowly
whose legs
going
could
up the
those
legs.
be? Whose legs are those?
Whose fine ass legs are those? Up. It's Elizabeth Hurley.
Hello. Good evening.
Who is this? Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? It's Jack.
Jack Bass.
Why are you calling me? You know I wouldn't be calling you if it wasn't something crazy. You know I wouldn't be calling you if it wasn't something crazy.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a second.
So what is happening? What do you think? I don't know.
So I think Blair lost the baby. Mm-hmm. B, I think Chuck is on like critical condition life support, some shit like that. And Elizabeth Hurley, like he needs a blood donor, and Elizabeth Hurley
it's her mom.
It's his mom. And
yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
And she got to come and give him some blood.
There's something else.
He need a blood transfusion.
Why do they know each other? You know what I'm saying?
Because Jack is his real daddy. I don't think that works though, because he's kind of closer in age. Huh. But Jack,
we gotta stop talking about this. I think. Okay, so all right. Anyway,
Jack called. Yeah,
I just know
I'm figuring this goddamn show out.
I know this shit is coming. You're too smart. You're gonna figure it out. Like, we talk about it too long. I can see you figuring it out. I don't know. I don't remember. I cannot confirm nor deny. I did not have relations with that woman.
I mean, I've said this before. What did I say last time? I said Elizabeth Hurley's real mom, and who else? Who did I say was his real daddy? Grandpa. I said Grandpa was his real daddy. I know that might be crazy, but I bet you because there's no way like Chuck, like Daddy Bass really was not fucking with Chuck like that.
He hated her.
So I can. There is a world where I can believe that is not his real father. But anyway, we'll move on from that. If I'm figuring this shit out. I know I am. I know I'm figuring this motherfucking shit out. I know I am. Anyway, go ahead.
But we don't know. We don't know the baby. I mean, we don't know.
We don't know the baby's dead. We don't know that.
We don't know.
But I bet you Chuck needs a motherfucking blood transfusion.
Chuck could be dead.
Chuck ain't goddamn dead. If Chuck dies in this season, I'm gonna fucking flip a wig.
I'm gonna go to the wig store and I'm gonna drive a truck.
If Chuck dies in episode 10 of this season, we got 14 more episodes talking about
That'd
Chuck.
be crazy, yeah.
That'd be crazy. But I do believe that he probably is fucked up. He gonna be, he gonna be in a wheelchair. He gonna have his
he's like
with his bathrobe on.
He's like, what baby? What baby?
Yeah. The baby, because they both gonna be sad. He gonna throw a whiskey glass against the wall or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But and Louis gonna be like, wait, why was y'all in the car together? And then it's gonna be a thing.
Be mad. Oh man, Louis might try to take someone out. I don't know.
Louis gonna come up in there and pull the plug on Chuck.
Yeah. He'll be like, I must do it for love.
Yeah.
You pulled the wrong plug, Louis. All right.
What do you give this? What do you give the
this episode? Especially this halfway through the season like this. They cooking like that.
Yeah.
They cooking. I'm gonna give this a 4.78.
4.78?
Yeah.
All right, so that's high. That's high.
That's close to 5.
So that's
XOXO. 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 I thought this episode was so great, so well written. Like the way they did that Lily scene, because it was such an importance. I love when shows do this, where it's a scene that has nothing to do with the character, has nothing to do with the other story, but what she's saying affects his choice that he made. I love that. Great shit.
Yeah, because I bet you it's gonna be like Chuck needs blood. He needs a perfect match from either his mom or his dad. And I'm like, well, his mom ain't around and his dad is dead. Not exactly.
Like she just comes out on an umbrella.
on an umbrella, like Mary Poppins.
It's a spoonful of O2. Or it's like, O negative.
O negative.
Blood medicine go down.
So I'm gonna give it. I ain't gonna give it that high, but it was good. I was on the edge of my seat. I was dancing way more last episode. Unless you have it, I was in my house like but I'm gonna give it a 4.444.
Okay, that's still good though. All right,
so that's
XOXO, 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 XOXO. A wee my way. What do you think, Shelly Shell?
I will do 4.5.
4.5.
All right, solid.
XOXO,
XOXO, XOXO, XOXO, XO. All right, good shit, good sound, good times, y'all.
You got some news for me?
We're getting running out of okay. Welcome to the news. Joe Biden's dog has bitten 11 people in the White House.
Yeah, that's a big ass. His name is Commander Biden.
That shit is hilarious. It's funny that his name is Commander to me.
It's also that's a cop ass dog. Like you see it?
Oh yeah, it's like a German Shepherd.
Big ass German Shepherd.
So the theory is, so this guy was saying the reason he's biting people is because he's not comfortable in the White House. He want to go home. So I think we need to send him to one of our castmates' house. Yeah. Who should that be?
He should be Chuck's new service animal. Him and Monkey should.
And they can hang out. That keep him out of trouble.
And they be talking, and Monkey's like, "Hey, you want to go play?" And he's like, "I was the president's dog."
I think that's great.
Hey, you want to get out of here?
He's like,
I was the president's dog.
I was the president. You think I want to go play in the dirt?
I don't want to go play in a goddamn dog park.
Call me when you have a builder sign. Call me when you have. Call me when you have healthcare.
He got on some aviators.
He's like, but I heard you were biting people. And he's like,
I never bit nobody.
Don't bring up my past. I heard you're too old to be president. I'm just right age. Anyway, that's in doggy years. Okay, that's great. Next thing that's going on. I can't believe this is a real story. This is like the combination of like TikTok and Twitter combining with politics. Gavin Newsom, and Ron DeSantis are going to do a debate for no reason, like just because they don't like each other, and just going to debate on TV on Fox News. So who from our show should moderate it, you think? Blair?
Nah, I think who should moderate this debate?
I think Eleanor should.
I'm gonna say Eleanor Waldorf.
It's me. I can't believe they're doing it. What a waste of fucking time. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, that's the news for today. Strike is over, y'all. We gotta keep fighting for our SAG brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out there on the picket lines with them. But as far as like us, I'm gonna be back in the booth. I mean, in the office, typewriting. Yeah,
ghostwriting. Remember that show, Ghostwriter?
Yeah, when the ghosts would fly around. That shit looked so. The graphics on that were so ridiculous. It was like
I used to be scared of that shit when I was a kid.
Like Ghostwriter.
I can't believe I used to watch that shit so much. That's it, y'all. That's it for this episode. The Back from Strike episode. We'll see you guys next week. Send us your stories of times that your ex that you loved got with a new love.
Yeah, times that you've interrupted it. I want to know, like, don't be afraid. We're not gonna, like, you saw how it happened with the cheating ones. We didn't tell nobody.
We didn't tell nobody. We're not gonna discuss it on the show. This is just for us.
I really want to know, especially if you're somebody who did something about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to like run and chase it, to crash a wedding. That's crazy. But maybe if you like called them the night before or like whatever, like you told them like, hey, don't marry this person because I love you. I can't imagine. Like, imagine saying that to somebody.
They're gonna be scared.
We'll
see you next time. We'll see you next time.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram, XOXO Gospel Kings _podcast. We will also be at the UCB Theater every first Friday of the month at 8:30 p.m. Please come and check us out. and say what's up to us after the show. But tell us these stories. We'll see you next time. Good evening.
That was a Headgum podcast.